Florida Water Management has got a controlled burn going on the lake. It's a big fire.
I got an email on it, and then someone else just called and said it's like gigantic fire.
Yeah, between today and tomorrow, they're hoping to get 35,000 acres burned.
Whoa.
Which we've needed for a long time.
All right. Here, let me see that, dude. All right, thank you. Get the drone ready. We gotta go. All right, we'll head that way. See you, man.
All right, man. Take it easy.
So, yeah, good timing on that one. Get the drone. I'm gonna go get changed up. So, guys, here's what we're gonna do. Every couple years they do this. It's a really good thing. They actually burn the lake bottom. So the lake level right now is at a level that is able to be burned. What is that noise? What the heck is going on over there? Oh, we're trimming some hedges. I thought it was a fire in our yard, dude. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this boat out on the lake. I'm gonna go get changed up and let's go fly the. Do you think we can fly the drone like in it? I think so. All right, let's go. Look at that, guys. Lake Okeechobee is literally on fire. That's right, on fire. Let me explain what's going on, just so you know. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. They're actually doing a prescribed burn on Lake Okeechobee, and that's good. So what they're doing is the water levels are low enough in some of the marshes that it's time to burn some of the overgrowth off, and that's a really good thing. So we're gonna go out, get as close as we can, see what we see. We actually brought the drone, and we'll fly the drone up in there as well and see what's going on. And here's why it's good. Here's why a prescribed burn is good, because there's a lot of overgrowth, different bushes and things that grow, and we can burn that off, and it burns the soil down. It's just good. So when the water comes back up, the water's going to have good soil. There's not going to be a lot of weird grasses in there, and the good submerged vegetation, the good filter grasses can come back. So burning off the overgrowth is a good thing. It's a prescribed burn here in Lake Okeechobee. They don't do it often, and so big thumbs up to the state of Florida and Game and Fish for actually doing this. It's a good thing. A lot of smoke. A lot of people at the coast are probably wondering what the heck is going on. But guys, let me tell you, that right there is going to help with water quality. It's going to help with the overall health of the lake. And it's something that has to happen when we have an opportunity to do this. So big thumbs up. Let's go check it out, see how close we can get. So guys, look at all this marsh right here burning. This is a good area. We like to fish a lot in this eelgrass. We've seen a lot of our episodes that we've been doing around here. And what's good about them burning all this overgrowth, right? This is all the willow trees and all the super thick cattails that are just overgrown back in there. They're burning all this off. So now what's going to happen is it's going to burn all that sediment down, right? It's going to make that bottom harder. It's going to allow the lake to breathe. So when the water comes back up a little bit, the water can go in and out and breathe properly and filter the water. You hear me talk all the time about submerged vegetation in Lake Okeechobee. We need a good bottom in Lake Okeechobee to have that grass grow, and burning like they're doing right now is a very, very important thing to do. And so I'm excited about it. So let's get the drone up here in a second and see what it looks like with the drone. It's gonna be pretty cool. Just tons of thick grass, cattails. A lot of the real super green stuff are what we call willow trees. They are willow trees, actually. And they've taken over a lot of our marsh. You know, when we have low water, those trees grow up and they're hard, hardwood, and they just don't go away. And that's a problem, and it really chokes out our marshes. So being able to burn some of this off, which is going to allow that soil again to get back to burn it down to the sand, burning off a lot of this overgrowth. So a lot of that shedding will quit, and it'll allow this marsh to breathe better. You hear me talk about the vegetation all the time. Like right here, look at all this eelgrass. Beautiful, beautiful eelgrass that we have right here in the lake. Right now the lake is about 12.6 above sea level, which is about the bottom range of where we want it for the health of the lake. You know, occasionally it can go down lower than that, but anywhere lower than 12 foot, it just really becomes an issue to even fish. Like you see a boat back in there right now. There's a boat back in there. It's only probably 1.5 feet deep. So if this lake drops much more, you know, you're going to lose all your marsh right here. And if this gets dried out, then all of this good filter grass, this eelgrass, is going to die. Now, it's very fragile. So when you hear me talk about a 12-foot lake, 13-foot lake is good, 14-foot lake is good, 15-foot lake is okay, 16-foot lake, not good. Because a 16-foot lake, all of a sudden, this is too deep, right? All this filter marsh right here becomes too deep, and when the wind blows, it muddies all the water up and you lose all of this grass. So Lake Okeechobee is a lake that really needs, in my opinion, needs to be managed between 12.5 and 15.5 foot. When we have those extreme high conditions, water fills up the lake, a lot of the grasses will die off, thus kills our filter. And that is what I've been talking about this whole time. We have to manage this lake at a good level. Right now we've got probably 30,000 acres of submerged vegetation in the lake, which is up from 5,000 last year, which is crazy, guys. The state last year funded north of the lake storage for $50 million. We got that in the budget that was approved. They're getting ready to start some projects north of the lake, which is super important. They have funding going on right now again, where the state, we need more funding. We need to finish these projects north of the lake. Safe landing. So that was pretty cool, huh? See all that marsh back in there? And that's what's great about burning here on the lake. There's no homes here. There's no really risk of anything at all. Of course, it's water everywhere. I know that the state sometimes has some problems getting permits to do this, but I really encourage everybody involved with the permitting to keep letting it happen, because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Anytime we can burn off acres and acres of grass, it's no good. It's not good for what we want to have happen in this lake. And so we got to keep it going, and we got to get the funding for the lake. Projects north of the lake, projects east and west of the lake, projects south. All these projects are super important to the health of the lake, because if we can get the north of the lake storage completed, that's going to slow the flow down into Lake Okeechobee and allow Lake Okeechobee's water levels to be more consistent. And when it's more consistent, it allows the grasses to grow like we just saw back there behind us, instead of having extremely high water conditions or extremely low water conditions. And again, low will hurt us just as much as high, because once the water gets down below 12 foot, 11 foot, the lake becomes, you can't use it. Like, there's nobody using the lake at all for fishing because you can't drive your boat around. And B, the grasses dry out. So all of the marsh areas and littoral zones become very dry, and all that good submerged vegetation goes away, and we have to start all over again. So very cool. Let's drive up a little bit farther and see. Oh, look right here. Look right here. This is cool. So they've burned all this. They burned all that, which is good. Those are all willow trees, maiden cane, stuff back in there that is not good. All right, there's no filter. There's no benefit to those grasses in this lake. We can burn that stuff off. And that's just a little piece of it there, but there's thousands of acres burning. So another reason this is good to do is that everything that they burn now is stuff they don't have to spray, right? If there's water hyacinths back there or non-native grasses that they maybe wanted to spray, they don't have to spray and put chemicals in our water, put chemicals in our soil, and allow the fire to burn everything off. And it's a good thing. How's it look out there? Pretty cool?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Guys, that is it. Thank you. Bringing the drone out. Pretty cool stuff. Hey, and I do got to give myself props. Half of the shots you saw were my shots. That's right. I flew the drone, and I didn't crash the drone, so that's a good thing. But again, super excited about what they're doing here on the lake. And again, we've had a lot of good positive things happening. We just got to keep it going. We got to keep the funding going. We got to keep Tallahassee involved and the governor involved. We got to pay attention to aquatic vegetation. We got to pay attention to water levels. Can't have it too high, and definitely can't have it too low. We got to stop the spraying, guys. We need to do mechanical harvesting and more burning. So appreciate all the support. Do me a favor, share this video, share the video. Lake Okeechobee is on fire. That's right. We'll see you guys. Thanks for hanging out.